An update tonight on the 21-year-old National Guard member from Dighton accused of the highest profile intelligence leak in years. Jack Texera remains in federal detention tonight following his appearance in federal court in Boston this morning.
We got to look at the charges against him, including prosecutors' claims he used his government computer to search for the word leak when reports first surfaced last week about top secret documents showing up online. 12 News reporter Anita Buffoni begins our team coverage from the Moakley Federal Courthouse in Boston. Anita?
Well, it was a very brief hearing here at federal court in Boston. Jack Texera is being accused of violating the Espionage Act. Some of the only words the 21-year-old said in court today was "I love you" to his father.
Folks, any comment?
The family of Jack Texera said nothing to reporters while leaving U.S. District Court in Boston Friday. Shortly after, Texera was ordered held without bail until his second court appearance next week. No TV cameras are allowed in federal court, but this sketch shows the U.S. Air National Guardsman in tan clothing the moments the charges were read. Unauthorized transmission of defense materials and unauthorized retention and removal of classified documents. No plea was entered. Texera surrendered to federal agents Thursday where he lived in North Dighton. The newly unsealed criminal complaint says Texera started posting classified national defense documents on the social media platform Discord, labeled Top Secret, in December 2022. They contain details of the Russia-Ukraine war gathered by U.S. intelligence agencies.
But this is about the transmission.
Court documents say the FBI interviewed another user of the platform who told investigators Texera began taking documents to his residence and photographing them out of concern of being discovered. The FBI says billing information from the social media platform helped identify Texera in this case. Now, Texera was given top secret security clearance in 2021, just 2 years after he enlisted in the Air National Guard. He is being held without bail until his next court hearing on Wednesday. In Boston, I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.
And this leak of the classified documents has raised some new questions about who can access sensitive government information. And
there are questions about whether an Air National Guard member stationed on Cape Cod should be able to do that. Target 12 investigator Tim White talked to federal lawmakers and continues our in-depth coverage. Tim?
Several members of Congress are calling for hearings to question Pentagon officials about how 21-year-old Jack Texera allegedly accessed the documents and if security protocols need to change moving forward. For months, the top secret documents allegedly leaked by Air National Guard member Jack Texera went largely unnoticed, then exploded online. The information included sensitive information about the war in Ukraine.
Let's be clear, this is embarrassing and distracting for the United States.
Congressman Jake Auchincloss of Massachusetts says lawmakers need to grill the Department of Defense about the leak.
The Pentagon needs to come to the Hill and answer some very tough, pointed questions about why it is that a junior enlisted Air National Guardsman has need-to-know access to highly sensitive documentation.
Court paperwork in the criminal case against Texera shows the 21-year-old was a cyber defense operations journeyman in the Air National Guard and had top secret clearance.
It's the nature of military service. They're relatively young.
Senator Jack Reed says it's not unusual for someone in Texera's position to have top secret access, but also agrees there needs to be a congressional inquiry.
The situation is that, we have 18-year-olds who go into the service and they train. 3 or 4 years later, they have 3 years experience in cyber technology and intelligence, etc. And their job demands that they have access.
At least one lawmaker isn't taking issue with Texera's actions. Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene defended him, writing on Twitter that he revealed the truth about the situation in Ukraine and arguing the real problem was President Biden's support of Ukraine in the war. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.